Hey guys, it is Fortune and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 10. To get started today, I think I'd like to upgrade my wireless charging because I'm getting a little fed up of having to come all the way in here just to charge my jetpack. So we're just going to be getting started with some Flux networks and making this Flux controller. Also, I think I'd like to try and make this Herculean Flux storage just to get a bit of a buffer in my Flux network system. So let's get started with the crafting and we'll make ourselves some Flux blocks. So let's make 5 of these if we can. And now that we got that, let's go ahead and make the Flux controller, and we can just place this guy down over here, I guess. So we just need to come over into this GUI and then connect to the main network, and we come over to this wireless charging tab then. And from here we can go ahead and just click all of these things on if we want to and enable wireless charging, although we can't enable the main inventory as this tends to be disabled in most packs. And then we can go ahead and hit apply, and now we are just getting wirelessly charged from wherever we are. So we don't actually need that wireless charger up there anymore. And now to make the Herculean Flux storage, we're going to need 6 of these basic ones. Let's go ahead and make all of these guys up. And then we can just go ahead and upgrade to the Herculean one very simply. And this will just act, as I said, as a Flux storage. So we'll put that down and then we'll go ahead and connect him to the network and he'll start charging up with energy. So now that I've basically got an infinite jetpack and infinite flight, I think I want to try and move on to something a bit more magical. And the mod we're going to be checking out is actually the Root Classic mod, and we're going to be getting into some spellcasting with this and hopefully get into this crystal staff. And this here is a bit of a double-edged sword because I would really like this crystal staff just to be able to cast spells from it, but it's also part of getting the All the Mods star, which is something we are aiming for with this pack. So we're going to be making at least 2 of these today. And you'll notice I've cleared some area over here and I've also filled in the ravine that was right here. And that's because we're going to have some stuff going over here later on. But up on this hill over here, we're going to be doing some roots. To get started with this mod, we're going to need this runic tablet. And this is basically the information thing of the mod. This will tell us all about the mod. So there's different tabs we can go through all throughout here. And they'll tell us all about the different aspects, as you can see are highlighted down in the bottom middle. If we have a look in the Spellcraft section, which is where we're going to be predominantly focusing today, this is all the different spells you can get throughout this mod. Now, I'm not going to be going into every single one, but I want to get into quite a few of them. To get us started with spellcrafting, we're going to need to make a mortar and pestle. So let's go ahead and make one of each of these. And I believe we just put the mortar down on the ground and then we can mash things up using this pestle in our hand. So to get started, I think we're going to make this growth spell component, and this is made with a lilac, wheat, beetroot and vines, and this will basically bone meal plants for you. So I've got all the stuff together for this spell, so let's go ahead and just pop them on into the mortar, but I don't think we can actually make it quite yet because we need some material as a base ingredient, and there are 4 different ones in this mod, from the old root, the verdant sprig, the infernal bulb and the dragon's eye. So the old root I think is pretty easy to get, although I don't know that I have many, so I think we're going to go ahead and use the verdant sprig for this first one, and this does also allow a modifier. And essentially there are 3 different modifiers. There's glowstone dust, which will improve the strength, there's redstone that will improve the cast cost, so there is a sort of mana system to this, and there's gunpowder, which will improve the size area of the spell. So if we go ahead and throw in this verdant sprig, and then I think we can put up to 3 glowstone, or is it just 1 at a time? I'm not sure. And then we can go ahead and just right click this and we'll get ourselves some spell powder with potency 1. So this guy doesn't actually do much on his own. We need to go ahead and turn him into one of these staffs, and then the staff will be imbued with this spell. So to go ahead and make a staff, I think I need to get myself one of these imbuers. So let's go ahead and craft one of these up, and then we'll place him down. And then we take the spell powder, and then I need a stick as well. And now if I go ahead and place the spell powder in and the stick, I believe it should go ahead and turn it into a staff now. So if you look above my hunger bar right now, you'll see I have kind of a mana bar. This is the roots mana bar. I'm not sure if it's called mana, but you know, that's basically what it is. So we can go ahead and hold right click, and this will go ahead and charge up the spell. And now we can let go, and it'll go ahead and actually increase the growth rate of this crop. And I should also mention these do have a certain number of uses, so we've only got 13 on this staff here, and if we want to make it unbreakable, we need to get this crystal staff. So to get ourselves the crystal staff, we're going to need to set up the whole ritual from the roots mod. So if we have a look in the ritual basics part, you'll see that we need one of these casting altars, and then we're going to need some of these incense braziers braziers as well, which will put items in and basically burn. So let's go ahead and make those 2 items up. We may need more of these incense braziers as well. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll make more as we need them. And to do this specific ritual, you'll see we need a bunch of these stones around, and I believe that is these mundane standing stones that we're going to need, but we might need some of these different ones as well. I'm not 100% sure yet. I just need to read through the book a bit. So I've gone ahead and I've crafted up some of these mundane standing stones. They're real simple and cheap to make, just some sort of stone, some stone bricks, and some blocks of lapis. So now we need to go ahead and set this up, and I just need to put one here and then I think one there and just create kind of a square of these. And now that we've got that, we just need to add one away from this center one on each of the sides. Although having looked at the recipe, I don't actually think these outer ones are the right ones, and we're going to need some of these attuned ones, I believe. So we're going to need some nether brick and some diamonds. So I've gone ahead and I've replaced the outer ones with the attuned standing stones, and I think we're going to need 4 of these incense braziers to go ahead and make this crystal staff, and these just need to be anywhere within this 9x9 area, so we'll just put them in like so. Now I need to go ahead and just gather all this stuff up. So the diamond block, the stick, and the blaze powder I believe goes in the casting altar in the center, and then the block of coal and then these 2 barks and the verdant sprig goes in these incense burners, I think, and then I just light them and it should make one of these. I've nearly got everything together now. We just need to get ourselves some of this bark, and to get some of this bark we're going to need one of these bark knives, and for this specific recipe we need acacia and birch bark, so I'm going to need an acacia log and a birch log. So if I go ahead and put down these birch logs here, to get the bark we're just going to right click with this bark knife and it should just give me the type of bark from the tree, and eventually this will break the log down, but you can get a basically random amount of bark from this. Now the moment you've been waiting for, let's go ahead and put all of these guys into the incense braziers like so, and then let's go ahead and put these onto the casting altar. And now I believe I just need a flint and steel to go ahead and light these incense braziers, and this should actually start it if I've done it right. Okay, we just need to shift and right click, and now the altar will start and we get this really cool particle effect. And there you go, we've got ourselves the crystal staff. That's awesome. So now we just need to go ahead and add some spells to this guy, and I'm also going to go ahead and make a second one just for the all the mods star. So I've now got a second one stowed away and safe up in here, but we can go ahead and add up to 4 different spells to this guy. And I think if I'm going to be adding to this one, I want to try and get this dragon's eye, which has a small chance of dropping when harvesting the chorus flower. So I'm going to try and get some of these, and I'm back and I've got 5 of these dragon's eyes. These weren't too bad to get. I just ran to the end and just broke a bunch of chorus flowers, and eventually I got 5 of them, so we should be able to make some pretty good spells now. And the first one I want to make is this acceleration spell, and this will basically accelerate the tick speed of blocks, so we can use this on like the easy villagers and stuff and make it go twice as fast. It's amazing. I've got everything together now, so let's go ahead and put them into here, and then we'll put the dragon's eye in, and we're going to go with 2 potency and 1 efficiency, or whatever they're called, I can't remember. So the redstone improves the spell cost, and the glowstone, I think potency is the right word, it improves the power of the spell. So we'll go ahead and put that in, and then 2 of those, and then we need the pestle, and we just right click and get the spell powder. And now I believe we do a pretty similar thing but with this crystal staff instead of a stick, and we just put that guy on there and then put the crystal staff on. Oh no, how do I put a spell on this then? Okay, this does not work anything like before. We need to perform another ritual, so we've got this all set up pretty much. We just need the verdant sprig and the crystal staff, and then we go ahead and put the spell powders we want in these incenses over here. So I'm just going to make up the spells I want, and I'll show you which ones they are now. So we're also going to be adding this electric spark spell, which basically does a lightning strike, and we're also going to be adding 2 of these more advanced ones, the radiance and the time stop. So the radiance, we're going to need this radiant daisy, which we'll get into making in a second, but essentially what this guy does is it strikes enemies with a beam in front of you and does a large amount of damage. I'm not 100% sure how much it does, but I'm interested to try it out. And then additionally for time stop, we're going to need to make this midnight bloom, but we'll get into that again in a second. But this one basically stops all entities around you for a bit. So to get these 2 new flowers, we actually need to mutate a Oxyan daisy at noon with some glowstone, a prismarine crystal, and also while under the night vision effect. So we're going to need to get ourselves some mutating powder, and that's this stuff. And this is actually fairly expensive. I haven't even fought a wither yet, so we're gonna have to go and do that real quick. We're gonna have to get ourselves 2 nether stars, but then we go ahead and craft it together with this growth powder, a pestle, and some nether wart, and we should have 2 of these. So I've gone ahead and dug out a tunnel for myself, so let's go ahead and just spawn in our wither, and we'll go ahead and fight him. And here we go, let's kill this guy. And there you go, that guy is all defeated and we got ourselves a nether star. So I'm just going to go ahead and fight a second one to get a second nether star. Okay, so we should pretty much have everything together to make this mutating powder. So let's go ahead and make 2 of these growth powders, and let's go ahead and then upgrade that. Although it's saying we don't have a pestle, that's probably just because it's right there. Okay, great. Now we can go ahead and make 2 of these mutating powders, although it doesn't seem like these stack. These do not stack, it appears. And it does say in the book it needs to be noon, which it looks like it is right about now. So let's go ahead and try and do this quick. Let's pop the night vision potion, and then we need to throw the prismarine crystal and the glowstone on the ground and hit it with the mutating powder. And there you go, we've been given blindness, it seems, so that definitely worked, and we've got the radiant daisy. And the nice thing about these flowers is we can go ahead and put them in botany pots and duplicate them, so I never have to do that again. So we're going to at least make 1 more of these before I craft a spell. And to create the midnight bloom, it says to place a poppy 2 blocks above obsidian, which we've done, and then throw a coal block down, be under the slowness effect, and then we go ahead and use the mutating powder, and that did not work. Well, I'm hoping it'll work at this time because we are now 2 blocks up with the dirt block. So let's go ahead and try again, and this is starting to get real expensive. Okay, I've done some more rearranging. I think it means this, although it is very unclear in the book, I'm not gonna lie. But let's go ahead and throw the coal block down, and I completely missed, so let's go ahead and try that again. Oh my goodness. Right, okay, we've got the coal block down, and then we'll try this again, and great, we've got ourselves the midnight bloom. Let's go ahead and duplicate this again. So now that we've got these together, let's go ahead and just make up the spell powders. Alright, so we got the time stop, and I've decided to go with a 1-1-1 spread on this one, and we've got the acceleration, we've got the electric spark, and then we've got the shining ray, which has the 2 potency and 1 efficiency. So now we just need to perform the ritual to get these onto this crystal staff. So we just need to put a verdant sprig and the crystal staff here, and each of the spell powders in the incense braziers. And now we just go ahead and light each one of these, and then shift and right click on the center, and that should start the ritual, and we should get all the spells onto our imbued staff, or the crystal staff, sorry. And here it comes, and I have forgotten to put my magnet back on, haven't I? But yeah, there you go, we have each of the spells imbued onto this guy. And to go ahead and change between each spell, we just shift and right click, and we can go ahead and use these infinitely now. Although there is a little caveat, we do have to be on the ground while we're using these, so we can't actually be flying, otherwise it will use my own life force, I believe. So yeah, it said it would do anyway. It didn't actually damage me though. Yeah, it says you need to be standing on natural blocks like dirt, grass, or leaves, otherwise it'll tap into the user's own life force. Well, I don't know what's happening there, but we have the crystal staff anyway. So now that I've done everything I wanted to do with roots, I think I want to go ahead and upgrade this warp index so we can use it across dimensions. And now that we've killed a wither and got ourselves some nether stars, this should be pretty easy. So we just need an ender chest, a netherite ingot, and then obviously the nether star, and we put the warp index in the middle, and this should give us a stabilized warp index. And there you go, he should be all ready to go now. And now we just need to go ahead and relink this guy, and he is all ready to use even across dimensions. So the next thing I want to do now is actually head into the eternal starlight dimension and see if we can fight ourselves some of the bosses. And as well as that, we're also going to be testing out our crystal staff to see how it does. So I just need to fly off and find one of the portals. So I have now found one, and luckily I didn't actually have to go too far. Here we are, and here is my base, just real close. So now I just need to go ahead and sleep, and then we're going to go ahead and fight that guy sitting down there to get access to the portal. I believe as soon as I get close enough to this guy, he's just going to get aggressive with me, although it could be in the version where you have to actually talk to him. It looks like we're in the version where we have to talk to him. Oh, and we can also trade with him. What can we trade? Oh, we can trade iron for the silver coins, emeralds for silver coins. We can get seeking eyes. That's cool. Oh, and we can get an orb of prophecy. We don't even have to craft one of these. So I may actually do some trading with this guy real quick. So I've done some trades with this guy. I got some seeking eyes. This will help us with finding the bosses. I got one of the trims from him just so I don't don't have to go searching for it. And I've also got this Orb of Prophecy, and I can't quite remember what this does, but I'm pretty sure I need it. Also, it seems we got a loot bag from this guy, so let's see what we get from it. Oh, we got a free Orb of Prophecy anyway, and a bunch of these guys. It also seems like we got a cool new music disc, and we also got a glimmering tablet, which will tell us all about the mod, I think. Oh, it seems blank. I think you have to go in to actually fill it out. Well, it seems there's nothing else to do but challenge this guy. Let's go ahead and fight him, and we'll use our spells on him, and this does so much damage. Wow. Oh, he flung me over there. He's lifting blocks up. He's blowing stuff up. Oh dear. What is going on here? Oh, it seems we have now defeated him, have we? We got another loot bag from him. Oh, do I not actually have... Yeah, I didn't actually have to fight this guy, did I? And also, the Orb of Prophecy is what you use to light the portal. I literally just remembered that, but you do need to make sure the inside is clear of any vines, so we should be able to go ahead and light this guy up now and head on through. And here we are in the eternal Starlight dimension, and we've got things attacking us already, it would seem. I've gone ahead and I've put down a waystone so we can easily get in and out of this place. And this is really, really beautiful. I must say, it is very cool looking. There's all sorts of cool looking mobs around here. What is this guy? The creator? Can I go ahead and kill him? And he's gone ahead and given me some creator hide. Oh, and it looks like we can make some armor out of this already. That's pretty cool, although I don't think it's better than my current armor. So I would really like to find a Yeti, and this seems like the biome to do it in, because you need their wool to actually go ahead and craft the paintings from this mod, and they look really good in the build we're going to be doing next time. Also, I forgot to mention, if we look in this glimmering tablet now, we'll see it has all the information about the mod, so we can go ahead and use the seeking eye to go ahead and find the two bosses, so the Starlight Golem and the Lunar Monstrosity. So I've found myself a Yeti, and I was right, this is the right biome. So let's go ahead and actually kill these guys, although these do not seem to be very aggressive guys, but we've got ourselves some Yeti fur. Oh, and it seems like we stumbled across the dungeon for the Starlight Golem, so we're not actually going to need these seeking eyes to find this guy. It seems like it's found us. So I guess let's go ahead and head down into here, and I'm hoping this goes somewhere that is productive. So there should be some form of aggressive mob in here, as well as the boss somewhere. So let's go ahead and have a look around. Aha, so we've come across our first freeze, and also it seems we have found the Starlight Golem. He is right there and he has spawned in. So let's not waste any time with this guy. Let's try and kill him. And I think to actually hit him, you have to actually disable these by right clicking each of them. So let's go ahead and do that. And there are some actually on top of him as well. Oh, it seems I can hit him. Are you angry at me? He does not. Oh, he is now invulnerable by the looks of it. Oh dear. So how do I hit you now? Oh, he's doing his laser beam attack. I should probably not get hit by that. And oh, still can't hit you. No. Oh, he moved all the blocks in the ground. Wow, that gave me a hell of a lag spike there. Right, deactivate these again. It seems we can hit him again once we've deactivated all of these guys. There you go. Let's go ahead and hit him. And again, he is invulnerable, so let's just keep moving around him now. Right, let's go ahead and try out this crystal staff, and I want to try the freeze one, so let's go ahead and put it on that. I think, nope, I had the right one on the black one. What happens if I do this? Yeah, it does work on him. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Can I hit him? No, I cannot hit him while he's doing that, so it doesn't seem like it's too useful for this. Okay, there you go. We can go ahead and disable all of these again, and now we should be able to go in for the attack, and let's try this staff. Okay, he does not take damage from projectiles. So it seems that Roots was not very useful for this one, but there you go. We've gone ahead and defeated the Starlight Golem. So let's go ahead and open the loot bag and see what we get. We got some lunar berries, we got a starlit painting, we got some oxidized golem steel, some thermal springstone, some aether scent ingot, and yeah, that seems to be about it. So it seems like there's an armor set we can get from this, and this actually looks like pretty decent armor as well. Same with the sword, but I think the main thing I came here for was this Glaciate Scythe, and that's because this thing is really cool, but we need to defeat the other boss for that. So now that we've defeated the Starlight Golem, let's go ahead and look for the Lunar Monstrosity. And the way we do that is we have vines in our offhand, and then we have the Seeking Eye, and we go ahead and throw this, and it should go off in the direction of the nearest one, kind of like an Ender Eye. So it would seem I have found one of the mazes that the Lunar Monstrosity spawns in, and I kind of want to do this legit, so we're going to kind of walk through it instead of flying all the way over, and I'm just going to go ahead and loot as I go along. Also, I said the wrong scythe. It's this Petal Scythe I actually want, so we need to get some of these drops from the Lunar Monstrosity, and I'll probably also try and get the Moonring sword as well. Oh, and I am under attack from the tangle that you find within here. Wow, that is a creepy noise these guys make. Oh, okay, and they drop their skulls, don't they? I forgot about that. So I've been going through here, and honestly, the loot's been a little disappointing, but I have managed to get myself one of these tangled skulls, which it seems you can equip on your head, which is really, really cool. So I've accidentally spawned in the Lunar Monstrosity, and it is right around this corner here. So let's go ahead and see what he's got in store for us. Magic for you. He does not take projectiles either. Let's try the freezing spell on him. Oh, we can freeze him. That's nice. I am so close to death. What the heck? This guy does so much damage. We should be able to kill this guy, although he is really giving me a beating right now. Wow. Okay, is there something that's more effective on this guy? Like, he does not seem to be taking much damage. And he has disappeared now. Oh dear. I'm actually a little worried for this one. Yeah, he's digging toward me. You're coming back up now. Okay, let's go. Please do not kill me. This guy is considerably harder than the golem. Just don't do any damage to him. Freeze. There you go. And now I should be able to damage him. Oh, I can only damage him once, right? Well, he's frozen. I completely forgot about that. Oh, wow. This is rough. How do I fight this guy? I really feel like I'm doing this wrong. I'm going to go ahead and jump up here and read the book for a second. Okay, it says here I need to light it on fire or stun it. So let's go ahead and try a flint and steel and see if that helps. Right, I need you to be on fire. I am on fire. Nope, there you go. He's on fire now. Yes, there you go. I can do damage to him now. I am on half a heart. I am dead. Wow, okay. Thank goodness we got the enchanted grave key so I don't have to walk all the way back there. Right, we are back, and now I just need to find this guy and kill him. Here he is. Right, let's go light him on fire again. That should help a lot. And now we should be able to kill him. Where is he? Oh, he's digging underground to find me again. Right, come on then. On fire you go. Oh dear, what does he want? What is he doing? He is angry with me. This guy is a right tough nut. Oh dear, run. I'm dead again. Right, I'm back, and we are back into the thick of it, and he is doing so much damage to me that I just don't know how I'm supposed to survive. I might need to get some gapples out or something for this. He is so low. Oh, he is dead. Yes, we have done it, guys. Oh my gosh, it only took 2 deaths, but we have killed him. So let's have a look in the loot bag. So let's open this up. What have we got? We've got ourselves a smithing template, some of these tenacious petals and the tenacious vine. So we should be able to go ahead and make the scythe. We also got a free bow. That's awesome. And a new music disc. Oh, 2 new music discs actually. And a pendant and a wand of teleportation. What does this do? Does it... Yep, this just teleports me around. That is really cool. Well, now that we got the stuff, let's go ahead and make this Petal Scythe, and I want to go ahead and test this out on some mobs. So I've got my scythe, and we've now got an enemy. So if I go ahead and left click now to attack, it will go ahead and shoot the projectiles that guy shoots at you at the enemy. So this thing is really, really cool. And it also looks awesome. So we can go ahead and click and just shoot projectiles out of this guy. This is amazing. I love this scythe. I need to get it all enchanted up, but we'll probably do that for next episode. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.